Okay, so this is going to be my introductory video on my weight loss journey. It has been a long, rough, and rugged road of eating and non-exercise and basically mild depression from 2 years ago. And since I have a different perspective on life and I am no longer wanting to just waste away to nothing, or in other words, gain a bunch of weight and not do anything, I've decided that I am going to do something about it. So, everybody's heard of those weight loss things like Revenge Body and Khloe Kardashian's, dramatic weight loss, yada, yada, yada. So, her doctor that helped her do all that now provides like plans to the public, not just the wealthy and famous, but it's called G plans. And I am on a fat protein efficient weight loss plan, which basically monitors water, gives you a grocery list with a set amount of foods to eat, and then tracks your, exercise and stuff like that. So I figure because the keto diet or keto diet or whatever you want to call it doesn't work for everyone because of your body makeup, your body type, whatever. Uh, I decided to give this a shot. Also, I want to have energy and be able to fit into cute clothes again. So I've decided that it's not a weight loss thing. Again, it's a getting healthy thing so that I can feel better about myself and be able to actively live my life without feeling like, sluggish, out of energy, not being able to bend down and tie my own shoes without huffing and puffing, those types of things. So, in it with me is my fiance who just doesn't like to deal with my crap, Sean.
Hi everyone. Yay, diet.
Uh, It's not just a diet, though. It's changing the way you eat and the way you think about your intake as well as your outtake. Now, the water is supposed to help with the fact that your body sometimes stores fat when it thinks that its, temperature core is being, out of whack. So I'm going to trick my body into burning fat instead of storing it. Sound good? Anywho, other than that, I think that this whole changing, eating right before the holidays is just fun, fun, fun. Because that means no delicious pumpkin pie with lots of whipped cream on it. Or my lovely and favorited and coveted eggnog. I love eggnog so much. Oh, God.
Rum.
So, anyway, we are thinking. Jesus. Okay. We're thinking that I need to get deeper into changing my eating habits, but also kind of get more active. So instead of just trying to go to the gym, getting out of the house more is a must, which means that I'm going to need a good pair of walking/running shoes so that I can walk to the nearby stores if I need something. Now, this is my least favorite thing to do in the whole wide world. Just going to tell you right now that I am not that much of a social go out and do stuff person anymore because I lived that for my whole of my 20s into my 30s, and now I'm pretty much out of that cycle. So, not saying I don't like to be social and I don't like to have friends, but come on. I mean, just comes a point in time where you just stop wanting to, be out there and see everything because, sirens and cop cars and drug busts and all kinds of fun, not fun things. So here's the deal. I'm going to be updating my YouTube weekly so that I can give you guys an update on what I'm experiencing, and sometimes posting some videos of me either attempting to make things on my recipe plan, shopping list slash I'm going to eat this and survive off of it without junk food junking. This is going to be so horrible for me. And for some reason, Sean's crying because he feels like that means that he's got to not junk food junkie it either. Sean?
I like my junk food. But if I know if I eat it, you're gonna want it, and I have to support you in your decisions. So therefore, I don't get to be a fat kid.
Well, everybody talks about cheat days, but honestly, I don't see how you can do that if you want to stay on track with your goals. So currently, right now, I'm not proud to say this because, like, honestly, I've always been a little bit on the slender side, but I did gain a bunch of weight. So here's the deal. I'm going to show you so you know I'm not lying about it. My weight. So here is my scale. And I'm going to show you exactly how much I weigh at the beginning of this journey so you realize that I'm not joking around. So it's 175. It's 175.8 right now. And being a 5'3", 37-year-old woman, that's not good. Health-wise, weight-wise, waistline-wise. Pretty much I gained a lot of weight in my arms, my butt area, and my stomach. Like, yes, I have a little double chin thing going on, but I'm pretty sure that's hereditary because my mom has it too. So I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, people are real. People have, roles and whatever. But so I've never been on that much on the chunky side. Now, you see my arms, okay? They're a little flabby and chunky. Now, this isn't like somebody who typically complains about her body because I've always felt really comfortable in my body and I don't now. So I'm trying to change things for the better. You have to feel good in your own skin. You have to feel positive about yourself. And right now I don't. And that's just being honest and taking care of myself. Because if I wasn't being honest and I lied about it and said, I'm perfectly fine being a little overweight, then I'd be lying. I'd be lying to myself, I'd be lying to you, and I'd be lying to everyone I love. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to stick to this plan. Now, I just started on November 18th will be the beginning of my meals and stuff. Today I'm going to try to flush my system, drinking predominantly water throughout the whole day, no soda, no more coffee. I did have some coffee. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, but I need to figure out how to substitute it with either orange juice or something else. So I'm going to make these changes and I want to document it for myself, for people out there that are trying to, lose some weight and get into shape, but not just shape, but just be healthier and happier with who they are. Because for me, this is who I am. You see my non-makeup-y face right now. Don't have any makeup on, which, this is how I typically look at home is, my minuscule eyebrows, no makeup on the face, really, plain Jane person at home. Now, I do have pictures of me, makeup and the whole nine. Um, so I am trying to get out of my comfort zone here with you because I believe that when people are most honest about themselves, they are naked, so to speak. So this is me naked, is no makeup on, hair not done, just kind of thrown in a ponytail. Um, I I don't normally like to talk about my weight struggles because it's a smidge embarrassing for me. I've always been on the skinny side, and majority of my friends were a little heavier. And so whenever I would talk about weight loss or, wanting to have this or that changed, they would get pissed off at me. And I mean, whining about your life, whining about like your weight and everything. People get fed up because they have different problems that are more serious or, different than yours. And they feel like, why is this person complaining? They look fabulous. Well, listen, it is about how you feel about yourself, not how others see you or how they feel about you, but how you feel about you. So if you're not happy with something, feel free to take care of it because no one else will. And you got to have that willpower inside of you. Now that I've done the whole, you can do it speech, I'm going to go back to my bedroom. Turning off lights as I go through the house because, we like to save money around here for the real fun stuff. So, now that we've gone through the depressing era of how much I weigh right now, we're going to move on to the goal posting. So, goals. My goal is that I would like to be at least 150 or 145. Now, for a 5'3", 37-year-old woman, that's not bad. And majority of it is not just, like shrinking down, but I would like to tone up. So I don't want to have so much flab as I do want to shrink down that, body fat. And I gotta say, like, I've never been a runner, like, ever. I think in PE in school, like, I was the worst, lap runner ever. But I'd be willing to start running or jogging in order to use that as my exercise tool. Now, who most people have seen the movie Zombieland. I find it hilarious because I like to make fun of the fact that, they say, cardio, okay? Um yes, it's fantasy and I know it's funny. But I've always been that, Robert Romero conspiracy theorist about like, there's going to be an outbreak and, zombies are going to be everywhere. And then, we're going to have to like fight our way out of whatever for survival, just a fun thing. But seriously, if you ever did have to run for your life, literally, how many of us would be able to do that? Anybody? I mean, maybe you're very athletic and you run for a living, or, you're just very fit and you can sprint like a gazelle. But if you can't, you might think about starting to change that up a little. So, in case you do have to run for your life ever, for any reason, real or fake, you would want to be able to do that. Okay, so current weight 177, goal weight 150, 145. Now, it does say that it will be roughly around 3 months before I will see any results. So that means I will have to make umpteen videos updating you weekly so that I can basically let you follow this journey. And here we are. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with, wanting to document something, especially a big major change. And since I'm doing this before the new year, technically it's not a New Year's resolution. It's an old year's resolution. I'm making my mind up before the new year so I can start getting on it. Um Now let's see. Right now is November. So November, December, January, February. So like in 4 months, I want to be in a routine that I can be proud of. So let's say uh okay, so February, March, okay, so March, April, May. 3 months after I start, well, 3 months after 3 months, I'm supposed to be taking my oldest on his senior trip. We're going to Disneyland, my fiance and I and my son, and he's going to kidnap his younger sister, who's 16, to go with us to have a celebration for his graduation. Now, this is important because my son is a straight A student who has read Renaissance at his high school, and that's one of the highest Renaissance you can have. And he's just a good kid. He doesn't get into trouble. He's not out there, you know, robbing, drinking, smoking, doing whatever stuff. He's a pretty good kid. So he deserves a little, hurrah for his accomplishment in life of graduating high school. Now, in order for me to be on my top game so that I can enjoy myself in Disneyland and be able to keep up with the stamina of walking around and just generally, exerting myself all day long, I will have to stick tightly and closely to this new plan. Now, I'm not going to lie, in the past, I've always, hoped and prayed that my body would work itself out. But since that doesn't seem to be working, I've resorted to this. Now, I like to snack. Okay, I am a snacker. Some people say that, like, snacking throughout the day helps you with cravings and stuff. It depends on what you're snacking on because, like, let's say that you uh have a bit of a sweet tooth like me. I really do I really do like fruits and vegetables. I've never had a problem with eating them. I love salads. I love fish. I have no problem with salmon. So, I mean, anything that this new recipe diet is going to, you know, require of me, I'm probably gonna just beat it out of the park. But let's say that, like the doctor's video was describing, let's say that I don't like something, I can swap it out for something I do like that will have the same effect. So, that being said, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I am really, really not looking forward to being on a diet during the holiday season. Of course, that's why people have those New Year's resolutions, because they have to sit there and basically work off all the weight that they gained over the holidays. I don't really want to be one of those people. I want to already be on my way to doing that without having to say, I'm making a New Year's resolution, um, that most of us don't keep. And this is something really important to me. So I feel like, as long as you have support of others, people that are there willing to cheer you on and make sure that you don't cheat yourself, I feel like that holds you accountable more to what you plan on doing. So that's why I'm going to ask all of you to help me stay on my goal. And maybe even you can explore possibilities for yourself. So there you have it in a nutshell. This is my new plan, is a G plan for myself that is specific to my needs and my body weight and my type. So hopefully within 3 months, I will see some good results and I can share them with you as we go. All right, so this is November, and today's date, I believe, is the 13th, November 13th.
Yes.
So that means that by this time next week, I'm going to say, why don't we do November 19th? I'm going to make a new video and tell you how this is going, how it started, how it feels, whatever, and we shall see how this goes. And I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to like start it and then not like it and then quit, because then that defeats the purpose. So we are going to see this through so that I can see if it works. All right? So let's do this, people. Give me some feedback. Please be positive. I'm not a very malicious person. I'm not mean. And I wouldn't wish it on any other person. So please don't wish it on me. Thank you very much for your kindness and your support. And I hope all of you have a great rest of your week.